Gerber EAB Lite exchange blade. This is the updated light model. Has the little slits to lighten the handle. I will tell you, I haven't done a little knife thing in a while. 90% of the time I have a box cutter. It's what I need most of the time. Work, other issues. What are you doing most of the time? Opening packages, letters, boxes, unboxing stuff you bought. Yeah, you could use a fancy knife or you could use a box cutter. Breaking down cardboard, box cutter. Do you know why the box cutter is nice? Because you can swap out the blade. Now I have been using this little cobalt for a long time. I like it for the sole reason it's small, clips in my pocket, it's light, folds open, I can get a good grip on it. The biggest thing I like, you don't need anything to change the blade. Flip it around, you have another blade. Worst comes to worst, you swap out the blade. They're cheap, they're sharp, and they work. Now in my bags or in the truck usually I will keep one of these little things that holds like 5 or 10 extra blades. So I always have a sharp blade. I always have a spare blade if one for some reason breaks or dulls. Not that big of a deal. In a sticky situation, you have a knife, you have a blade. I have skinned an entire deer with one of these, no problem. You can field dress a deer with a box cutter. Let's open up the exchanger blade, see how it feels, how it functions and looks. Little blade cover. Has a little stop for your finger. Rest your thumb. It will cut boxes. It will work. It's not a fighting knife. It's not a self-defense knife. It is a utility knife. Got a little lock. Folds up nice and small and light. Has a small clip to fit in your pocket. Now I will say it is probably a little bit lighter than this cobalt one that I've had for a long time and it's starting to wear out. So I figured I might as well pick this up for $10 and give it a try. It is one folded smaller, about an inch. It is a little bit thinner. Try it that way. It's a bit thinner either way, width-wise. When opened, I'm gonna guess it's about an inch shorter also. So it's more compact. What I don't like, right off the bat, it's not easy to open with one hand. I can actually just flick this open if I had to, because it's so old and loose. Or I could use the thumb stud and open it one-handed. Locks on the back, which I'm used to, I'm comfortable with. I'm not flicking this open one-handed. I mean, I could try and use the screw and probably not. I could awkwardly get it open with one hand. It's not quick, it's not easy. I don't know how good that lock is as of yet, but the main thing that I didn't like was that you need something to take that screw out to change the blade. So let's see if a dime will fit in there. A dime will do it. A quarter will not. So if you don't have some change on you, which, let's be honest, these days people don't really carry cash. It's mostly cards. If you don't have a screwdriver, you're not getting that out and changing the blade on the fly, which was one thing I was a little turned off by. The other thing, that is a tiny little screw that keeps the blade in. So yes, you can just take that blade out, flip it around, put a new one in. You can put it on if you lose that screw. Not a lot you could do. So that is a negative in my mind. You have to watch out for. Use my time, put that back together. You know, a little bit of a pain, a little obnoxious to me. I liked the idea of not having the screw on the Cobalt. It folds up nice. We'll say it's even smaller. You don't notice it in your pocket. Now the cool thing is, like I said, you can field dress deer. You can do all that stuff with it. Put my change back in my pocket. Now say either of these, you go to the airport. Before you arrive, you remove the blade, you fly, you land, you go to the store, you buy a blade. You now have a blade. When you leave, you throw out your blade, you get a new one. That's what's nice about a utility blade also. If you do the little bug out thing or a little pack in your truck or whatever, a get home bag, keep a utility blade and keep a pack of blades with it. This weighs next to nothing. I personally like these little serrated blades that they make because you can cut paracord, you can cut rope, you can cut stuff very nice and easy with them. And if you have to replace the blade, you slide a new one out of your little thing and you have a fresh blade. You have two sides. Now, for instance, most of the time you're going to be cutting open boxes. Oh look, my utility blade just opened that package. Oh man, I gotta throw this stuff in the trash. Let me just break it down, cut this stuff quick, it tears through, nice and easy, no problem. Now I'm gonna just cut some of my off because I need it for something. Oh, I need a piece of cardboard. You have a utility blade, and now it's all beat up and dull. You flip it over, or you change the blade. You don't have to sharpen, you don't have to mess around with it. That is why I like utility blades. This is the Gerber EAB. This is the Lite. I don't know if they still sell the regular one. They may. I got this at Lowe's, I believe. It's around 10 bucks. It's very small. It also, on their packaging, doubles as a money clip. So if you want to stick some bills in there, throw it in your pocket, I would just clip it to my pocket and be able to open packages. That's my little take on it. I wish a company would go back, follow how Cobalt did this. I've had this knife for probably 12, 14 years. That goes up, that goes open, blade falls out. Toolless, it's great. I like it. Suits me great. This one is old, beat up, a little bit heavier, a little bit bigger, but that heft and that feel in your hand is nice when you're cutting something you really need to get some leverage on, but I would highly suggest one of these in everyone's vehicle or in everyone's bag. That's my take on it. Have a great day.